loss is an epidemic that is getting worse. One of the most frustrating problems for many is what's causing this hair loss. I know that it gets you upset so many times because when you're experiencing hair loss, you get depressed, you're overwhelmed, your confidence level is not there, and you're thinking everybody's seeing the top of your head. You know, we all love our hair, and we want to keep our hair on our head. After all, it is our crowning glory. Hi, I'm Debbie Williams from the Changing Faces Hair Clinic, and I'm a hair loss specialist, nutritionist, and a health and wellness coach. I help people like you find the root cause to their hair and scalp problems by means of science and natural remedies. Today, I'm going to share with you 7 things that you should know if you are suffering with hair loss or scalp issues. But before I give you the 7 reasons, I want to teach you something about your hair. Did you know that all of your hair goes through a hair growth cycle? There are 3 hair cycles or stages. The first one is the anagen stage, and that's the stage which your hair is actually growing. And then there's the catagen stage. That's the stage that your hair starts to prepare for the resting. So it's going through a transitional stage. And then there's the telogen stage, and that's the stage when your hair starts to shed to begin the whole cycle over again. And this is where new hair will start to grow out. Hair is the fastest growing cell in your body, second to bone marrow. So your hair is continuously in these cycles unless something caused a disruption. A disruption of the hair growth cycle may lead to more hair shedding and your strands start to become very weak. So I'm going to share with you what could be the cause of this. Number 1 is stress. Stress is the number 1 cause of hair loss and scalp problems. And when you are stressed, it disrupts your hormones. And it actually disrupts the hair growth cycle also. Number 2 is your hormones. Your levels of estrogen, progesterone, and even testosterone can cause your hair to thin out on top. Even a thyroid disorder, an autoimmune deficiency, you having irregular menstrual cycle, menopause, PCOS, and even pregnancy and postpartum are just a few of the hormonal imbalances that could be causing your hair and scalp problems. And so for men, it's dihydrotestosterone, or better known as DHT. This is the culprit or enemy that actually could be causing you to lose your hair. Now, testosterone converts to DHT by way of an enzyme called the 5-alpha reductase. I know I'm not going to get real technical and I'm not going to get real medical, but I just needed to explain to you how this comes about. And so this DHT binds to the receptors of your hair follicle and it blocks blood from feeding nutrients to the follicle. Now, blood is what actually feeds all of the nutrients to your scalp. And if DHT is blocking it, then it doesn't get the nutrients. And in turn, the follicle does not get the much needed nutrients it needs and it shrinks and falls out. Number 3, it's your diet. What you eat and how you eat really matters. If you have a poor diet, it will affect your hair. Your hair needs the nutrients from the foods you eat to grow healthy and strong. Any change in your diet, it's going to affect your metabolism, it's going to possibly affect the nutrient values in your body, and it can lead to hair loss. Number 4 is medicine. Most medicines contain ingredients that modify your body, and this modification can cause hair and scalp problems. The most common medicine that actually can cause a lot of hair loss is high blood pressure medicines, diabetes medicines, medicines for your thyroid, and more. Number 5 is genetics. Your genetics can influence your hair follicle, and this is common in men and women alike. Male and female pattern baldness can be connected to your mother, your father, or even your grandparents. Number 6, it's a nutrient deficiency. Now this is big for me because this is what I teach in my clinic. The minerals in your body is what keeps your body running like a well-oiled machine. See that machine? Calcium, Magnesium, phosphorus, copper, iron, potassium, selenium, sodium, and sulfur are just a few of the minerals your body needs every day to keep you alive and functioning properly. When you have a deficiency in any of these major minerals, your hair will suffer and so will your health. I do a test in my clinic that helps to identify this, and we'll talk about this more at the end of this video. Number 7, it's illness. Being sick sucks, I know it is, but it's inevitable. A common cold or flu, a virus, fever, digestive issues, autoimmune disorders, surgery, anesthesia, all of them can cause a disruption in your hair growth cycle and cause noticeable hair loss. Now, it's very important for me to share this with you today, and the reason for that is because I need you to understand and recognize these 7 issues. So many of you are suffering right now, and many are desperately seeking answers to, your hair loss problems. What you're doing is you're going out and you're buying so many hair care products to try to fix the problem. And after you purchase these products, what you're finding out is that these products aren't working for you. And it might not be that the product isn't working for you. The point is, if you have any of the 7 issues that I just mentioned, then no matter what you buy and put on your hair, nothing is going to work for you. Now, maybe some of the products that you buy, maybe they're garbage, but if they contain natural ingredients, they may be really good. But seriously, if your body is going through something, nothing you buy to put on top of your head will work. And that's until you can address the underlying health issue. I've even formulated some all-natural products, and I think my products are good, and I think you guys think my products are good too. And I've put a lot of love into these products, but even my products can't work for you if you are dealing with an underlying issue, health issue, that could be blocking your hair from growing. So what I think would be the best thing for you, if you're one of the people that are suffering with some of the 7 things that I mentioned, and you've bought products and it seems like your hair is growing slow, or your hair is not growing at all, or your scalp is dry, your hair is dry and brittle, or there's just things that your hair is just not doing what you want it to do, then I suggest, 1, maybe you need to make an appointment with your doctor, or maybe even have a consultation with me. I do phone consultations and I do in-person consultations also. What I would share with you is ways to help you figure out what could be the underlying problem or the root cause of why your hair is just not growing and doing what it needs to do. Now, like I mentioned earlier, I offer a test in my clinic, and it uses a sample of your hair to test for deficiencies in your body. Not only does it test for deficiencies, but it also tests to see if you have too much of a mineral in your body, because having too much is not good and having too less is not good. It even can test to see if you have toxic elements in your body, like lead and mercury and arsenic and so many other things. So in this video, you should see a link in the description. That link will take you where you can learn more about this test and learn more about how you can help your body heal itself so that you can finally get the healthy hair that you need and deserve. Let's get growing.